See the cars out of the race on the bottom of the screen. Taylor, Ada, Savin, Stanton, Parker Jr., Snyder, Durbin, and Brooks. As we go back to green flag racing, Stoidler's got the lead, but not for long. Here comes the 27 car of Alexis Reignsford diving on the inside, and it looks like she may have enough momentum to take him coming into the first couple turns. I think she will as well. The 27 car has been a lot quicker than usual here, and that is the Alexis Reignsford doing this well at Daytona. I think it says look out for the rest of the season then, because if she's going to be this strong here, just imagine what she can do at some of the other tracks where we know she is very good. Speaking of people that are doing very well here today, Lance, look on the inside there, third car, Julia Nasova, car number 1. She is sneaking in, and she's going to take some of the glory away. Nasova pretty much saying, hey, what about me? And Julia having a very good run so far here at Daytona. Chris Johans in that 22 car looks like he might get something here. Alexis Reignsford sweeping up towards the upper part of the racetrack, and she's almost run Scott Stoidler up into the wall, and she leads the lap. Wow. I think Stoidler would have had that lap if Reignsford didn't almost wreck him right there. Well, be that as it may, Reignsford's now, I think she's stuck on the outside line of the track. You see race control warning the 27 car. And you see Chris Johans in the 22 sweeping up into the lead there. He's bringing Nasova, Duff, and then Steph McGlynn with him. Stephanie McGlynn, the black, however many colors are on that car. 52 car in the back. There's probably 52 colors in that car. But McGlynn's car sweeping in on the inside is going to take the spot from Duff as he goes into the middle. But Duff not going to go very far back because there's really not many cars left in this lead pack after all the wrecks you've been having. Palmer, Stiles, and Stuart Sandoval have grabbed onto the rear of this field here. And you see Chris Johans leads the lap. This is the best I think we've seen of Chris Johans for quite some time, Lance. This is what we expected out of Chris, I think, after he came into the Master Cup Series with so many credentials from Arla. He just failed to deliver last year. And now this is definitely the best of Chris I've ever seen, and he very well might be a threat to win this race. In fact, he has the best car out there right now. Well, don't forget Kurt Pliskin, because he's still running out there. Whoa! I see cars 99 and 47. That's Rachel Reignsford and Ross Peterson squaring off in the back. But anyway, don't forget Kurt Pliskin, because that 16 car was handling very well early on in the race, and he's still running. Oh yeah, can't forget him. And if that crew gets that car repaired in time, I think that you might see the 16 car back up towards the front of the field. McGlynn having a good run at Johans, but Chris Johans will hold on to the lead and lead another lap. And Stephanie McGlynn in car 52, and we saw something further back in the field. We saw the 99 and the 47 cars going at each other a little bit. The officials are keeping an eye on that, we've just been told. And here comes Stephanie McGlynn in the Busch Light Nemoto up towards the front of the field. There are 2 Nemotos in this lead pack, and I think there's only 2. And no, there's Bruno Botanica, they're still running. But there's 4 Nemotos in the field. One of them is out, that's John Parker Jr. Stephanie McGlynn in car 52, known last year for crashing out so many times. Here she comes up towards the front of the field, though, Lance. This is where I think she expected to find herself after some great performances late in the season. I think Stephanie's got something to prove here. Whoa! I just saw that 99 car just sweep up into the 47, almost run him into the wall. So it looks like the Reignsford sisters might have it out for everybody out there today. Because this is what we saw. Yeah, car 99 warned for aggressive driving, but that, I'm not sure about. That one looked, either way she's been warned for aggressive driving. Well, she just pretty much did the same thing Alexis Reigns. Oh, you see the 47 retaliating there. Ross is not going to have it. There's Tyrone Stanley in the 23 car. This car's not been handling too well, but Tyrone, what is he doing? He's trying to make another lane there, Tyrone Stanley. What are you doing there? Oh, this can only mean trouble! Oh my, I could not have cued that better if I had tried. There is Alexis Reignsford spinning around the 27s, and the Stoidler, Peterson, oh! Chris Allen just came flying through there and hit his teammate. Dale Roswell, the 19 car, is in there. But Chris Allen just came flying through the grass, hit his teammate. Alexis Rainsford's car, I think it's on fire. There's Lauren Roth, a 39. Tyrone Stanley. Lewis Kingston got damaged. Tyrone Stanley's car, the camera didn't see it, but he was airborne. Peterson in it. Oh my. This is caused by brain fade on the part of the 23 car here. I know this car wasn't handling too well, but even if Zach Duff peeks on your inside, you don't move out and make it full wide. I don't know what you were thinking there. And then into the wall you go. A 27 car gets involved. I think Chris Johans, I see his car coming by. He's got damage as well. And in Chris Allen's defense here, he comes flying through, hits his teammate, Dan. He had a ton of smoke to deal with. He couldn't see where he was going. By the time he saw Howard was there, Chris Allen had no choice but to just pile right into him. It was an unfortunate accident, but I think that that's going to spell the end of Chris Allen's day, because both he and the 17 car just had a lot of damage. In Chris Allen's defense, he could not see where he was going. A lot of cars involved. We got a couple other angles of this. There's Alexis Reignsford going around. Lewis Kingston got into the wall. Adrian Devereaux may have gotten into the back of Kingston, but I don't think so. See a lot of cars in the second pack. Chris Allen, yeah, that one pretty much vindicated Chris Allen, I think. He just had no choice at that point other than to hit Joseph Howard. He dove into the grass, hoping to miss it, and he hit his teammate. But Alexis Rainsford's car, I don't think that... There's a lot of smoke piling from that car. Speaking of Alexis Reignsford, we're on board with her teammate, Zach Duff, in the 28 car. Coming through the turns, there's Tyrone Stanley right in front of him. And Duff looks like he makes a little bit of an over-aggressive move here, but Tyrone does, I think, I think Tyrone may be more at fault for actually giving him the room. And there is Chris Johans getting into the 28 car, so add Duff to the list of cars involved. Tyrone Stanley hits him. And a lot of damage to the Lego car, and oh, that car is also smoking. So I think Duff may also be done for the day. A lot of cars taken out in this one. We're on board Ty Stanley now in the 23 car. He's nicks the back of the 27 car. A couple other cars hit Rainsford as well. I think that's going to take the defending champion out. There he hits the 28, and then here's where Lewis Kingston hits him. He gets airborne, goes for a little ride. You see further up the track, Stan Rosenstritter, I think, spins the car a little bit. We're on board Leonid Roderick. He's well in the second pack. There's the cloud of smoke. You see, it's all flying in the 7 car's face. He comes piling into the cars on the inside. Here's Roderick. We can get a good view of what happens. Some of the other madness up the track there. Bruno Battaglia and Stan Rosenstritter having a little bit of a tete-a-tete. Well, there says an incident between cars 32 and 69. We're going to see what the officials are talking about here. Riding with Ryan Naraki here in the 32 car. There's Leon Kennison to his left, so these two cars, they're well behind this mess. There's the smoke. There's a lot of cars slow. So this is well after the incident coming into out of the trial bowl. Now, here's a bunch of cars slow, and... brake pedal? Or move to the left? Wow. Unbelievable. Okay, we got the aerial shot just came in. You really now have a perspective of how small this lead pack actually is. Seeing as the other aerial shots earlier, you could see cars almost at the bottom of the camera. You see Rachel Rainsford and Ross Peterson dicing a little bit. They don't want to work with each other. Okay, we're waiting. There's Dove. There's Dove makes the move on the inside, but Stanley then moves up to give him room, and that was the bigger mistake. Right, and that's the straw that broke the camel's back, in a sense. Although, you shouldn't be breaking the camel's back this early on a run. That is all I think. That's a little ridiculous, and Ty Stanley being a little too passive right here, and that's... well, disgraceful. On board Alexis Reignsford, the defending Master Cup Series champion. I don't think that car's done for the day, though, after this one. It's a little bump, and around she goes. Gonna get hit by a couple of cars here. Well after the fact, and I think those are shots to the rear end of the car, and it may have ruptured the fuel cell. That's where the fuel cell's held on these cars. I think that's what may have happened to the 27 car. Well, she doesn't look too happy about it. We'd play some of her audio, but the FCC would be down our throats if we did. There's Alexis Rainsford. Not too happy with Tyrone Stanley right there. Oh boy. Yeah, a lot of smoke billowing out of the back of the 27 car. As you said, Lance, I think the fuel cell may actually have ruptured on that car, so there's going to be some cleanup involved. But fortunately, most of all that went under the apron. Well, if there's anyone that this yellow flag really helped, it was the guys towards the back of the field. I am talking specifically about Ian Cooper, Arto Kekkonen, and Chris Johans. Craig Janser in the 5. These cars had a lot of damage and were well off the pace, and had this not come out, they would have gone a lap down, I think, before lap 40 would have come across. So this caution may have just saved these 3 guys and may have moved them up into the second half of the race. See a lot of other cars towards the back of the field there. But Arto, Ian, and Craig Janser were all way off the pace, running about 10 miles an hour slower than the leaders. I think it's about time we stepped out for a little break. 32 laps are in, and a lot of cars are out.